All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome to it here in the Hat Creek Interior Studios. It is Prediction Friday night. Texas Tech, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. Get those scores rolling in. What do you think's going to happen? I've got two different score predictions. I'll tell you why. One's weather related, one's not weather related. Most Texan thing you have done this week. Whose side are you on? Micah Parsons or Jerry Jones? And then finally, the Clay Travis question of the day. Do you, as a grown man, wear jerseys to games? Why or why not? We'll explain as we go through tonight. We want you to get in on the United Supermarkets chat line this evening, whether you're on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, both free. What about Twitter X? That's free too, at Ryan Hyatt Media. Get in, share, invite your friends, and let's have some fun tonight. But United Supermarkets taking care of all your tailgating needs and everything else. Do you need any ice or stamps? No, I don't need stamps, but I need a bunch of ice. It's college football weekend. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, the Raiderland.com. You started your day with us. The Jackson Brothers Meat Locker out of Post, Texas. The hot links this morning were tasty and fantastic. The coolest stuff from around West Texas and beyond. I know you saw that. You saw the question of the day. What's the most Texan thing you did this week? And then, of course, we are in the Hat Creek Interior Studios tonight, dedicated to delivering a superior culture experience over 25 years. Styles of the West kept alive, and they deliver anywhere. So whether you're in Lubbock and you want to go to the showroom on South Slide Road at 10101 Slide Road, or you live in Austin or Dallas or Houston or whatever, you want great Western style furniture, you want Hat Creek Interiors. Hatcreek.us. You see the logo. Sorry. See the logo. There you go. And there we go. Ninja Pest Control. Ninjas hate pest. It should be Ninjas kill pest control, not kill, not control, kill. And then the Reserve. 103rd and Quaker. Great brunch. Tomorrow, brunch before the game. You stay there and watch the game. Sunday, after the game, great brunch. The Reserve, a culinary tavern. Great sponsors of what we do. All right, so let's get it going. Get your score predictions in. I'll give you mine early on. I'm not going to make you wait. I want to hear from you tonight on the United Supermarkets chat line. So get in. Whose side are you on? Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, and then the whole jersey thing. Like in Clay Travis, he has a hard and fast rule. You can't wear a jersey of a player younger than you are. And it really starts around the age of 40, 45. And I agree with that. That if you're walking around and you're in your 40s or 50s wearing some kid's jersey, that's a little weird. So how many of y'all will wear a jersey to the Tech game tomorrow night? You tell us. Let's get it going on the chat line tonight. I want the score predictions. Alan got in first, so he gets in on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Don't cost nothing. I know Alan hit like, he hit share. He's growing it. And everybody's working the power of five. The power of five in Raiderland is real simple. Every night, 5 people go to our great sponsors on their webpage, their Facebook page for Ninja Pest Control in Lubbock, the Reserve, Hat Creek Interiors, United Supermarkets. 5 people, the power of 5. You go there and say, thanks for supporting what happens in Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. When you do that, it means a ton. And if you do that for all of the content you love, not just here, it's huge to allow the content creators to do more content. Alan, I think you can wear a jersey to a game if the player is older than you are, or it's family related. Would also accept wearing a blank jersey you can get for MLB or soccer. Nah. Okay, the blank jersey, yeah, we're dancing into a little bit of an area there. And then soccer, you don't wear jerseys, you wear a kit. You get a kit, all right? But why not just a polo shirt like this? Why do you got to wear a jersey? You think you got to play? You know? I wore jerseys until I was in my late 30s. But the last jersey I routinely wore was Brett Favre. We're basically the same age. I wasn't walking around wearing like 18, 20-year-old jerseys. The college thing, I agree with Clay Travis on this thing. It's a little kind of off-putting when I see a 50-year-old guy walking around in, you know, some teenage kid jersey. But hey, if that's what you want to do, I'm sure it looks good on you, right? Hey, yeah, you get a free bowl of soup with that. You tell us. The way Manchester United is playing now, we're doing. So Alan gets in. I got no score predictions from you guys so far tonight on Texas Tech and Arkansas Pine Bluff, but I got EPL talk. The way Manchester United is playing, I could be called into the games next May when I visit. Oh, you're going to the motherland. Good for you. All right, so let's talk scores. Texas Tech and Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're not very good. They're going to get a nice check. We hope they have a great experience and that the weather is nice and everything else. I got two different scores. One is the game is not interrupted by lightning delays. Rain won't stop it, but lightning will. And I think I've got this right that it's 8 miles within the stadium, 30-minute delay. I think it's 8 miles now. At one time I thought it was 10, but I think it's 8 miles. So if we have an unencumbered football experience tomorrow night between Texas Tech and Arkansas Pine Bluff, I've got it 63-13. They're not very good. You boat race them in the first half. You let your starters come out, and that's what I would do as a coach. I would want my starters to come out and play the first series of the second half. Why? So you get used to what goes on at halftime, the adjustments, getting your mind right, going back out and playing football again. You got to learn how to do that. I know it sounds crazy. You got to learn how to do that. It's a rhythm deal. And it's a rhythm deal for the coaches. The assistant coaches come down out of the press box. So with 5 minutes left to go in the first half, they hold the elevators in the press box. And that's even for the rich people. They hold the elevators and they let the assistant coaches get on and they take them down. And that's how they get down there. So really, there's not a whole lot of time. Then they get down to the locker rooms. They haul ass back, bring them back up. They've got the express ride in the elevators on the rich side, on the west side. They get them back in there. So not a whole lot to do. But you got to learn how to do that, coaches and players. So unencumbered game, 63-13 Texas Tech. The spread that I have seen, 52.5. That's crazy. I don't lay 30 in a college game. I don't lay 31, 31.5. I don't want anything to do with that. Now, if there are delays, that changes everything. It becomes a start-stop deal, lower scoring in my opinion, and then the mindset becomes just, can we get the hell out of here? We gotta play. So maybe you run the ball a little bit more if you're Tech or if you're Arkansas Pine Bluff. 56-10 if there is a single lightning delay of 30 minutes or more. 56-10 on the lightning delay. Give me your scores tonight on the United Supermarkets chat line. Most Texan thing you have done this week, whatever that may be. And do you wear jerseys to games? If so, which jerseys? Tell me about it. James jumps in on Facebook. Good to see our Facebook people back. Last night, Facebook was, I don't know what was going on. It was a little weird. By the way, on Facebook, you can share and invite your friends in and say we're having fun on a Friday night. I don't know, it's busy, but we do a Friday night show now. We didn't do it for 4 years when my son was playing high school football. And so now he's graduated and I got Friday nights back. All right, let's do Friday night. You guys deserve it. Well, some of you do. 45-18 Tech. If it's 45-18 Tech, I'll be disappointed on both ends of the score. Truly I will. That if it's 45-18 to Tech, that's not good. Arkansas Pine Bluff's horrible. That if Tech only beats them 45-18, and I don't care who's playing. I don't care if Don Williams is playing in the second half. I don't care if it doesn't matter. That's horrible if it's 45-18. That's a bad number. Texas Tech 70-13 if no bad weather. 52-6 if there's bad weather. JC jumping in on that YouTube channel. Right on its Raider Lane. Score, assuming no delays, 70-ish to 6 or 10. I would lean more 10, and that'd be awesome if it's like 6. 70 is hard to do just because the nature of the run game and the number of snaps you're going to get probably really hard to get 70. Now, if you're scoring every third or fourth play, hey, all bets are off. The 70 is a huge number these days. Back in the day, 70 was attainable. Not so much now. And all the rules are set up to allow teams to score. So it's incredibly hard to get a shutout or under 10. That you're going to stagger into a cheap turnover or a short field, get a field goal, get something. Chris, 66-3, 45-3 at the half. 45-3 at the half, I would take that. Yeah, I'd take that. Number of possessions and everything else, if it's a clean game, we don't have any delays or anything else, I would take 45-3 at the half. Who are you most excited to see play? We asked this earlier in the week. I mean, I'm excited to see a healthy Baron Morton. Everybody's talking about all the new guys, whether it's Romello Height, who I think is going to be a beast, Bailey, the offensive lineman, fill in the blanks on all sorts of different stuff. To me, it's a healthy Baron Morton, because if you want to be a 9-10 or better team, you have to have a healthy Baron Morton. Most Texan thing I did this week was buy a case of Oktoberfest beers at Market Street in Colleyville. They're on the United Supermarkets chat line. The Oktoberfest Shiner. Chris talking about anyone on the DL most excited to see. Romello Height. If he has more than 10 sacks this year, he needs to change his name to Romello Hyatt. Just kidding right there. JC, no jerseys. Mom's kid, only exception. Otherwise, get a life or a wife. Asking the Clay Travis question today. I just swerved into the show at the end of the day there, and they were talking about, grown men wearing jerseys. And I have an extensive jersey collection, as you can imagine. But the last jersey I routinely wore was in my 30s, and it was Brett Favre. I was a Brett Favre fan. So, yeah, put on the Packers jersey, get the Brett Favre jersey. I don't know if Alan Corbin ever came over on a Sunday football day. He was kind of a young guy. Yeah, that was it. But then as I got to around 40, I'm like, yeah, I'm not wearing jerseys. And I see people go into the college game. I see grown men and they're wearing Tech jerseys or whatever. And I'm asking the question, are you one of those people? If you are, that's fine. Do what you want to do. But doesn't it feel a little weird? Whatever. I mean, why not just the shirt? You're not going into the game. Alan, I want to see Morton go 20 for 23, 240 at the half, no injuries or turnovers. I don't know that they'll put it up 23 times in the first half. That's a 46 for the game. I could see them putting it up maybe around 17 or 18 in the half. But if it's the offense we think it is, and it's a balanced offense, you got to run the ball. So I would scale that down in the first half to be about maybe 13 of 17, 13 of 18, something like that. 170. Yeah. And again, they may not be very good, so who knows. James, I'm excited to see the defense make consecutive 3-and-outs each quarter. We like that. I like the 3-and-outs. Get in tonight on the United Supermarkets chat line. Your score predictions, Texas Tech and Arkansas, Pine Bluff. I've got 63-13, no weather interruptions. Weather interruptions, 56-10. 56, yeah, 56-10. Yeah. Most Texan thing you did this week. Whose side are you on, Jerry or Micah Parsons, for the Dallas Cowboy fans? I don't know. Yesterday we did the show, and I think Cowboy fans were still like stunned. It's like, really? Luka Doncic? Now this? But I have seen in some parts and places people saying, yeah, we're better off. Jerry's right. You get better by getting rid of your best defensive player. Hey, he's a diva. He wouldn't play hurt. You're going to be better off. What we've seen to me is Jerry Jones go full circle from being the guy who was fleecing Minnesota to the guy who's getting fleeced by Green Bay. That at one time, Jerry Jones had the Herschel Walker trade, and now he's on the other side of it. And that's a little harsh, and I would agree with the people that say you can't really make a complete apples to apples comparison because the number of draft picks, you can't do that anymore, and the salary cap and everything else. But yeah, in this day and age, I think he got fleeced. There are those who will say that, Micah Parsons wasn't all that, but, and I think I've got this right from an ESPN column earlier today with Barnwell, that the last two seasons when Micah Parsons was on the field, Dallas had the best statistical defense that you had out there. When he was not on the field, they had the worst. I mean, it wasn't just like an in-between. It was like, you were great, you're horrible. But whose side are you on? You tell me. Jump in tonight. And then do you wear jerseys to games? If you're afraid to answer in the affirmative because you think I'm going to make fun of you, you're absolutely correct. I'm going to hammer you a little bit, but at least own it. Be man enough to say, yeah, I wear them. Tell me why. Why do you do that? Give me a reason. Alan, Tech could run 45, 50 plays in the first half if Pine Bluff is as bad as advertised. They could, but I still think they're going to try to move the clock along just a little bit and run that ball. And again, if they stink and you're matriculating it on downfield, the clock's still going to run. Whether it's a completed pass or a run, clock runs. Alan, I'm on the fans side in the Jerry Micah saga. I feel like this is a turning into last chapter out of Saigon territory for Dallas fans before it gets really bad. Alan, I've been saying this for 20 years regarding Jerry Jones and inexplicable decisions and horrible play, and you don't get anything, and you guys keep supporting, and the voters of Arlington, Texas hoard themselves out and built the stadium. I've given up in saying this is the turning point. This is the resistance point. That this is it. That this time, the Micah Parsons trade, this is it. That's going to turn them against Jerry. I don't think it ever will. I don't think Dallas Cowboy fans will ever turn on Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones or the next Jones. You guys probably only have another 50 to 70 years of the Jones family running the team. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah. Most Texan thing. Watching my son's football team win their opening game last night. Very cool. Who did they play? Who did they beat? How'd it go? What's he playing? What position is he playing? That's awesome. Welcome back, Texas high school football. We love it. It's awesome. Hold on. We got a little bit more there. Opener last night, 24-23. It was a nail biter. Absolute nail biter. JC, I've always been seen in generic, no-name Stars sweaters at such events. That's the extent. Yeah, in my 30s, I had a Stars sweater. And thank you for using the right term, sweater. Enjoyed it. I concur with myself from yesterday. Wrong player, wrong time to finally not pay up. I agree. But I don't think Cowboy fans are going to do anything. I don't think they're going to. You're a smart fan. I don't think the Cowboy fans are going to revolt. Alexandre Rodriguez. I'll be wearing my Micah Hudson jersey. We found the guy who's wearing the Micah Hudson jersey. Rock on if you want to wear it. Don't know why. You might be related. If you're related, I can understand that. Be good. Wendy jumping in on the score prediction tonight on the United Supermarkets chat line, where tomorrow, as you're making your way out to the tailgate, you stop by United Supermarkets. You do get the ice. Don't get the stamps. You don't need the stamps. Get the ice. Get more chips than you think you need, and then just throw in some extra stuff, right? Just extra random stuff that could be fun to have at a tailgate. Pico de Gallo, all those things. Wendy, I got 63 to 10 to Tech, 52 to 10 bad weather. I like what you're doing. Ryan Hyatt, 6 carries, 17 yards. Danny Don Williams, 4, 9, 47 passing. There you go. All right. I'm trying to think back if I. No, that's. No, I was thinking the last time I would have had 6 carries in a game. And actually, it happened quite a bit because we were still running at Coronado a midline option style offense. And I was called upon to actually run plays that involved me running the ball. So I was a crappy option quarterback. So I hardly ever gave it to the fullback. And, by the time I was making the read on the end, pitch or whatever, I was getting tackled. So I was like, yeah, 6 carries, 6 yards. I would fall forward for 1 yard. It was really good. Thanks, Wendy. Appreciate that. Plainview JV bit Randall 24-23. Sophomore son starting right tackle for Plainview. Awesome. Very cool. What's his number? Michael, I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan now and told RJ Ochoa that yesterday, and he said he's okay with it. Go Dadrion Taylor Demerson. Rabbit, making it happen. I may or may not have a fantasy football team with Kyler Murray as my starting quarterback. I don't know. I got dizzy. Things happened. Don't ask. Jan, great Red Raider fan. 60 to 10. Never owned a jersey. Just wear a Tech shirt or a sweatshirt. All right, here you go, Jan. If I could gift you, and I can't do this, all right? I can't do that. But if I could give you any jersey, all-time Tech football player, I mean like a real freaking jersey, game worn, the actual deal, whose jersey would you want? And why is it Donnie Anderson? James, how many people can we get to wear a Parsons jersey with white taped over his name? White tape. Probably a lot. All right, my score predictions. We got another 8 minutes to go. Get yours in. If you're just joining, it is score prediction night on a Friday night. Tech and Arkansas Pine Bluff. And I mean the energy flowing through people, flowing through the fan base today. I was at the grocery store and the guy was like, "So they're playing tomorrow, right?" Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, they're playing." 63-13, no weather. Any weather delay, 56-10, Texas Tech. Whose side are you on? Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons. I would like to think that this is a Rubicon that many fans can't cross, but I don't believe it anymore. I think you guys, the Dallas fans, will put up with anything. But it's full circle now. It's Jerry fleeced the Vikings with the Herschel Walker deal, and now he gets fleeced by the Packers. And it's perfect. It just comes all the way around, and he thinks he won. That's what's beautiful. And do you wear jerseys to games? Yes or no? Do you wear it? The Tyler Shuck or Micah Hudson jersey. Wear the Tyler Shuck jersey to the Saints game when he comes in the second half, replacing Spencer Rattler. And hopefully you got the Micah Hudson jersey on discount. Although, maybe if you bought it over the offseason, you were buying low. And he could have a big upside. Could have a huge year. You don't know. We don't know. Well, go back out there. James talking about his kiddo. 65, good number. 622 double nickel. Good Lord. You need an NIL deal right now with Brahms and whatever you can get. Good luck. Sophomore? Good luck. Go Baylor. Can you root for them? You know it's good for Tech, but can you? Absolutely, I can root for Baylor. 100%. I root for my personal interest. All right? This is life. This is not football. This is not sports. This is life. Whatever your personal interest is, whatever your family interest is, you root for that. You want things to happen that are good for you and your family. So we extrapolate that on down, and then we go, okay, if I can do that for my family, certainly for whatever team I root for or that you want to do well, you say, all right, I want this to be good in my own personal interest. No more, no less. So yeah, absolutely. You want Baylor to be great. You don't play them in the regular season. You want to play them in the Big 12 title game. And quite frankly, if you're a Tech fan, you want Baylor to be freaking undefeated because you don't play them, right? So have Baylor be undefeated. You do whatever you got to do to get to the Big 12 title game, and you beat an undefeated Baylor team. And then obviously you're into the playoffs. And if you don't beat them, well, you played the best team possible. So 100%, you root for what's in your interest, and what's in your best interest. Big 12 teams to do well. Is that an SEC thing? Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Makes sense, right? Does it not? Don't want any of those teams I don't like doing good. No, that's dumb. That's just a lot of dumb. Do you wear jerseys to games? If you're 40 plus and you're wearing college kids' jerseys, something wrong with you? The Clay Travis question. I agree with Clay Travis. All right, here's the deal. If you're over 40, don't be wearing college kids' jerseys or anything else. All right? In fact, don't be wearing jerseys. Grow up, get a nice shirt like this, get a polo shirt, go down to the local store wherever you buy your Texas Tech gear, get something nice. Now, if it's your kid, that's different. You can wear your kid's jersey. What about the NFL? What about pro games? All right, I'm kind of with Clay on this too. If you want to wear like a throwback jersey, if you're 45, 55, 60 years old and you want to wear Roger Staubach's jersey, all right, we can make that happen. Don Meredith, we can make that happen. But I ain't gonna walk out there rocking Troy Aikman's jersey. We're the same freaking age. The jersey thing fascinates me as well. If you go back and you watch NFL films and you look at the crowd shots in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, people are, you got people in ties, suits, whatever, in the 50s and 60s into the 70s. It begins to change in the 70s, more casual attire. 80s is the big transition. And all of a sudden in the 90s, people are like wearing jerseys like they're going to go in. Well, why did that change? Because up until the mid 80s, it was incredibly hard to get a jersey for your team. By the mid 90s, you could get a jersey. And then with the explosion of this thing called the internet, you could go online, you could order your jersey, you get whatever you want. But in the 70s, 80s, it was really hard to get a jersey. I mean, one of the coolest things my dad ever got me, I was a kid in Amarillo. I was about 9 years old, and he was a high school football coach, and he had access to Buck's Sporting Goods, where they got all the jerseys for Canyon High School and Tascosa. And he had them do a spec jersey for me for the Dallas Cowboys, number 12, Staubach on the back. I mean, it was a legit, like, real jersey. It was so cool. I think I wore that in my third grade class picture. that was hard to get back then. So with the explosion of the internet in the 90s, now all of a sudden everybody can get jerseys. Now all of a sudden everybody's wearing jerseys to games. And I used to make fun of it in the 90s doing Texas Tech baseball. I'll tell you a real quick story. We're doing a game, me and Finger one time, and there's this guy wearing this Emmitt Smith jersey out at Danlaw Field, and I did what we called the second inning celebrity scan. And we'd look around and see who was skipping work and whatever. Hey, and there's Dr. Dean not teaching classes today. And down there, just a couple of rows beneath us there, Mark, there is Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith here today taking in the game. Kind of surprised he's wearing his own jersey, but good to see Emmitt Smith out here rocking the number 22. The phone rings at the radio station. Phone rings at the radio station. People are calling. Is Emmitt Smith? Emmitt Smith's at the game? Emmitt Smith is at Danlaw Field? And the guy comes on, the producer comes on in the air and says, hey, will you please go on the air and say Emmitt Smith is not at the game? I mean, I said on the air, I always thought he was taller. But, apparently that's it. All right, a couple more comments. Your score predictions, whatever you got before we get out of here tonight. Up to you here on the United Supermarkets chat line. James, I try to cheer for TCU as a Big 12 team. It's just too painful. I understand. I get it. Hey, you guys are fans. Whatever. The Levi's 501 jean commercials of 80s turned us all into slobs. Hold on, I like the 501s. The button-up 501s. I had a jean jacket. I look good. Are you kidding me? I look good. Had that bandana tied around the pants like I was in a Loverboy. I had some parachute pants. I look good. Give me that. All right, we ask you to do a couple of things tonight. Everybody who enjoys this, the power of five people who watch this show tonight, live or replay, go to Ninja Pest Control, The Reserve, a culinary tavern in Lubbock, Hat Creek Interiors, United Supermarkets, all of our great sponsors. Hit their Facebook page, social media or whatever, and just say, hey, thanks for being a part of Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Means a lot. Shows them that you guys know that they're a part of this, that you guys appreciate them being a part of this. We will be with you tomorrow night after the game, no matter when it ends. And I can't wait. The Live Life Well Clinic Raiderland Rewind Show will debut tomorrow night. We will recap it all. No matter when it ends, we're going to be here with you guys. All right? So get ready for that. We will have a Saturday column, I think. I don't know. Depends. Kind of busy right now. A lot of stuff going on. But we just appreciate you guys being out there. So all the replay people, you guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Hit us on Twitter tonight at Ryan Hyatt Media. Check out everything we do on our website at theraiderland.com. Follow us on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and grow it. We hit 500. I don't think that's good enough. I think 1,000 sounds kind of good right now, right? Why not 1,000? Let's get 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. You guys can make it happen. All right. Y'all are the best. Kind of feels like a frozen pizza kind of night. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Be well. Be safe. Have fun at the game if you're going. If you get on the whiskey, stay off the wheel. Get that Uber and take care of it, okay? And we'll see you this weekend at theraiderland.com.